Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. We're so excited to be here with you today. It's the Joy Talk Show. And with me, I have Dr. Pam, Tracy, and Cynthia. And we're here to talk about joy. Sit with us while we fill up your cup. All right, so today we're going to talk about what does joy mean to you during this Christmas season and what actually brings you joy throughout the entire year. And I just want to open it up for discussion. For me, joy is a big for me. I find the joy of the Lord is my strength. If anybody is new joining our podcast, I lost my husband just over 7 years ago after an accident. And within the last 3 years, I've been working on a book called The Widow's Guide to Joy. So joy is very special and near and dear to my heart. It has given me a lot of strength, and there's a lot of things that bring me joy. But I want to hear from our other panelists what they think about joy during the Christmas season.
I love that. Cindy, you are amazing. I was thinking about that today too. Like, well, what does bring me joy? And what would I say? And I was like, well, the joy of the Lord gives me strength. So I'm just going to kind of chuckle if that's what everybody's verse is. Again, it's a quick introduction. My name is Cynthia, and my faith is Christianity, but I am very open to wherever you stand. I just believe in love, and I believe in love multiplied. And I get my refreshment and my joy from reading scripture. So, Christmas. I gonna be honest, Cindy, this might be something that you've never thought might be the most important part of Christmas, but it's snow. I love snow at Christmas time. I know Cindy's from California, I'm from Minnesota, and I feel like there's been a couple times where it's been not very snowy or a little barren. You can still see brown. I'm like, it's not Christmas. But we got snow this year and it's white and it's beautiful. And I think it is that quiet after a first snowfall. And all the leaves are gone from the deciduous trees, and the snow just sits on top on this beautiful layer. And if you open the door early in the morning, it's just quiet and extra stillness. And I feel like that is when I'm the most joyful, is when my heart is still and there's just quiet. There's no buzzing or irritants. So I love Christmas snow.
Wow. Snow is very cold, though, and
I told you you're probably going to be in alignment.
no, I'm very impressed that snow brings you joy. I love the sunshine. Sunshine brings me joy.
Don't ask me about joy in January snow. Like that's
Okay.
a whole different story. January, February, it's a little different. But yeah, that winter snow, it's amazing.
Well, I love that you mentioned something that's of nature, something so simple, snow, and the stillness of what it brings. It's like I really feel like there's peace with joy, you know? And so when you talk about snow and the stillness and the peace, I can see it now. I can see why it can bring you joy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Tracy.
Yeah.
I know you're looking like you want to share.
Yeah, I do. I was going to share about what brings me joy at Christmas first, and then I'll talk about what brings me joy throughout the year. At Christmas, one of my favorite things is the family gatherings, and that has always been a part of my life. I remember the getting together with my grandparents and cousins and stuff when I was a kid, and now we do more of our immediate family, but I still love the family gatherings. And I also love the giving spirit at Christmas, and just to give gifts or give to charities, and not only myself, but I like to see others give. I like to see the joy that it brings to their hearts to give. And so I really enjoy that. And throughout the year, one of my greatest joys is my kitty cat. She's so sweet. And then another joy that I have is creativity, make videos or do things in Canva or any kind of digital creation. It really brings me joy. And I like filling myself, my life, my days with those things because the more we fill our days with the things that bring us joy, the more fulfilled we feel and the more joy we have, and it keeps feeding the joy. And I really like that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you touched on creativity, being creative, because you have such a gift for that, Tracy. And your gift brings joy to others. And it's such a good reminder that when we're in our lane, when we're really like doing what we're called to do, that can definitely bring us joy.
Mhm.
So I love that you're sharing your gift. It's another type of gift giving, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Cindy.
Yeah, I love just listening to all of you guys because I love the fact that I'm in education, so we get this time off. And during Christmas, which I just feel like it is so wonderful just to pause. And I think what gives me joy in Christmas is just the pausing to savor moments. This is the first year that I am going to enjoy being a grandma and just to savor that time with my family. I love the food that we're gonna have. I know I live in Michigan and my kids live in California. So right now I understand what Cynthia is saying. Like I was sitting this morning and getting ready for my day and I looked outside and there's this big bright moon and then there is lots of snow on the trees. And it's so beautiful. It just kind of makes you marvel, but I don't know why we don't feel that in January. So, Cindy, I'll be coming
Maybe
to
you need to come to San Diego in January.
yeah. So come into that. I get to be in LA for Christmas and to be with my kids and see all the lights. There's this one street that every house is decorated, and we take a drive down there and look at the lights. So I think about what gives me joy is just that savoring. That season feels like it's a warm invitation for us to just savor. And then right after Christmas, just to be able to process the whole year, to see God's faithfulness, no matter how dark it is. I mean, the winters in Michigan can get pretty dark, but the lights, the decoration, it's like God's light breaking through darkness. So just lights, savoring, being present with family, the fact that we don't have to work, the fact that we can just pause, all those things just give me joy.
I love that. Can I say, I think we know too many days of snow and darkness and short windows of opportunity to see the sunshine definitely weigh on you a few months in. But one thing I love about Minnesota is we do a lot of outdoor activities. So no matter how cold it is, we pretty much don't close down those activities. And we have different mazes. We make snow mazes and we take big blocks of ice and we
I've
make
never heard of that.
mazes. And then we do carvings. We have a winter carnival and we do ice carvings and we just find a way to make it good outside. And that is delightful. It's that reminder of you got to get out there and do the things throughout the year. But yeah.
I think the most ice I've seen is at the ice skating rink. Um,
We've got to have Cindy come to the Midwest next
In,
yeah.
Christmas.
in the winter.
Today it's like, I think 73, 74 degrees
All
outside.
right.
I could not ask for better weather. I'm sorry.
I was telling my a friend today, I think we in the Midwest are going to be so encouraged when we meet Jesus because I hear people complaining when it's 60 degrees in California, and right now it's 10 degrees here, and we are so grateful.
Well, there'll be perfect weather in heaven. So
Definitely.
thank you, Jesus.
So joy can be, even if it's 10 degrees, we can find something to do, like make an ice sculpture.
Yeah. Well, God doesn't give us more than what we can handle.
That is true. That is true.
Just move. Just move. And we can fix it.
Yeah,
I'm all for 2 homes. I'm okay for like 2 homes would work for me.
there you go.
Minnesota's beautiful, but somehow I think I was born in the wrong place, or I didn't move. In college, my goal was to go to UCLA. So who knows? Maybe that was my misstep in being by the ocean, but I am called to the ocean for sure.
There you
Just
go.
the sound of again, that's nature, right? Like the sound of
Yeah.
those waves crashing, and I can just stand there and listen. It feels really good. So I don't know, like to add on to how do I fill my cup throughout the year with joy? It takes work. I mean, I'm not going to say I just wake up and I'm like, hey, I'm happy today. And even throughout the day, sometimes things kind of hit you a little bit, like that crashing wave coming at you unexpectedly, right? You got to get your bearings and get up. But I do lean into scripture, but I also lean into the writing of other people who have written amazing words of encouragement. I lean into friends. I try to do things that are creative. Like Tracy said, for me, cooking, I enjoy cooking. My husband's 50th is coming up, and so I'm having a party, and some friends asked how they could help. And I'm like, well, if you want to pick something off the list of the menu items, and my one girlfriend's like, yeah, that's above my pay grade. I'm not doing that. And I was like, that was just a title. You didn't even see the recipe. I was like, oh no, am I making things too complicated? But I do it because I love to do it. That's one of my gifts is I love to take the time to put together a little bit more complex recipe and take the time to chop the vegetables and marinate stuff and let it savor. And those things bring me joy. And I can remember that when I'm not feeling the joy around me, that I have so much abundance to pick from. So that's kind of throughout the year, the things I do to fill that cup up.
Nice. I love that. I used to like cooking, love cooking, but lately cooking is not my thing.
Yeah, me too. I used to like to cook, but not really much anymore.
Love to eat.
Yeah, we'll eat. Yeah. Sign me up there.
I think
Like,
we know where we should go for dinner.
Yes.
Hey,
I'm into curry now. I'm trying Indian
I was
food.
pretty
And
impressed, Cynthia.
I don't know if I told you, but I had made did I tell you when I went shopping in the Asian market and bought a banana flour and
I know. Even I haven't bought banana flour.
what's a banana flower?
That's what I asked her.
it is the coolest thing ever, Cindy. It's so beautiful. It's this purple, it's like a teardrop shaped, essentially the seed, the flower of it. And
Mhm.
inside, you open it up. It's so cool. You peel the purple leaf back, and what are they called? The who knows flowers? What's the inside of the little
So,
stamen?
like,
The stamen, is that what that's called? They pop open and there's just like these, it's so beautiful. It's just like the process of opening it is beautiful. And then you peel away the dark leaves until you get to the fleshy colored leaf and you chop those up and it's just this savory,
oh.
creamy.
Look at
Yeah.
Cindy getting some cultural education.
I love our diversity. This is great.
But I want to go to Pam's house and learn how to cook like authentic Indian
There you
food. Like
go.
I
I don't
just
know if it's
pull
authentic,
recipes.
but I make it Chicago style Indian.
Okay, explain that because I have a friend who
Yeah.
makes Tex-Mex. He's
Right.
100% Mexican, but he's like, I really actually make Tex-Mex food.
Yeah.
He grew up in Texas, so.
Because I know I get very intimidated if I invite Indians over. They're like, what is this? So that's how I learned that mine is not authentic, Cynthia, but it's okay. Like today, I made this lentil dish called sambar, but I had friends over for lunch, and I said, hey, this is Mexican soup. Because that's what it looked like. So there you go.
Pasalo. There's
That's
anyway, that's a
Mexican soup.
Mexican.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. So there's a
Oh,
lot of similarities, but what happens is if you say sambar, no one's going to know what that is. But if
Right.
you say Mexican soup, oh, there's a brain connection. Okay, before I taste this, I know what it's going to taste like, Just like the banana flour,
Banana flour. Yeah.
That's
Because I
interesting.
think when she first said it, I thought it was like she was talking about the
Oh,
powder, the powder,
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
not
thought.
the
I thought,
real
oh,
flour.
there's banana flour. I didn't even know.
Like coconut flour and wheat flour.
Yeah, I was visualizing a banana as a flower.
Okay. So do you see
Instead of
our
the
brains? Our
banana,
brains, yeah.
yeah, you got a flower. Anyway, yeah,
So when
that's
we are not familiar with something, we get confused. So it's good to have some connection. A
yes.
banana flower is like a purple, what do you call it?
I'm going to read the definition.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, but yeah, we'll talk about it
Banana
later.
flower?
Banana flower stamen is the male reproductive part, typically found inside the edible florets within the large purplish flower bud. So, man,
You'll never forget.
Yes.
now you will never think it's ground
There
flour
was a
again.
connection. There was a connection, right? Here you go.
There was a connection.
This right here brings me joy. This is joy.
Yeah.
Unfiltered joy right
and
here. Now,
Moving
you were
on.
you
Go
were
ahead.
talking about snow. And so a couple of weeks ago, I was able to go on a family trip to Yosemite. And it brought me so much joy just to be there, just to be in
Yeah.
God's creation and just to see. It's just so beautiful there. The trees and the landscape and the mountains and the snow and the waterfalls. It was freezing cold in the shade, but it was so worth it. Like I would not dress as warm again to be there.
Yes, I think that is the key. My neighbor told me that we sometimes go on walks when it's like 10 degrees, 20 degrees. Like, let's go for a walk. The secret is dressing well for the winter season. So you can walk outside, you can experience nature, just pull up those
Yep.
snowsuits, those scarves, those gloves, and you'll be okay. So that's how I learned to enjoy winter.
And this is my sister-in-law said this when she moved from California as an adult. She went to school in Wisconsin. She was bundled up to the point of she's like, I cannot get warm. She's like, how many more layers can I have? And her resident assistant RA, they're called, they said that, oh honey, no. You don't dress up to stay warm. You dress up to protect yourself from the elements. You warm up when you come back in and you get in front of the fireplace.
Yeah.
So you do stay
Yes.
warmer, and there's
Yeah.
a lot more like thermal jackets and all kinds of stuff, but no, you will still feel the cold. It does not disappear.
Yeah, but cold is relative. I remember when I was invited to go to India, I said, what's the weather like? They said it's cold. So to me, growing up in Chicago, cold means you wear your thermals, you wear your boots, you wear a sweater, you have a jacket. And I go over there and I'm sweating. I'm like, this is not cold. Cold to them was 60 degrees. And I was like, okay, so you have to define cold.
Cold for who?
Yes. Moving on. We'll stay on topic after our cultural education here.
Yeah. But one of the things though during that trip, just being there with my kids and just even we were driving, I rented a van so we'd have more room and I'm driving and they're talking, just hearing their conversations because they hadn't seen each other in a little bit and it brought me so much joy just to sit and listen to them and hear them laugh and it just warmed my heart. It
Yeah.
really did. It really did. It was an amazing time.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for sharing that because it's preparing us for the time that we can be with our families to remember to sit, to listen to the chatter, to enjoy these moments of connection, to not miss it because we need that reminder to slow down. So thank you. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and my mini me is now a Mrs. Mini Me, so it was
Oh,
very sweet.
congratulations.
Woo,
Wow.
yes. it turned out to be an elopement photo shoot. Yeah, so lots
Well,
of joy.
yeah, maybe you'll be joining the grandma club soon.
I'm not in a rush, but I did think about it. Actually, I thought about it this morning because I'm like, why do I keep saying I'm not in a rush? I'm not in a rush,
Mhm.
Like babies are a precious thing,
They are.
And I think it was just more of fear of getting older, being a grandmother. But our church did a series on legacy this last month, and that popped in my head. This is going to be part of my legacy, this grandchild. And so then it started to change my mind about why I should avoid saying I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry, but I don't mind the thought of it. I don't want to rush my kids into having babies, but
Yeah, that's
they
a
are
good
they
thing.
do they do bring joy.
Yeah,
They do bring joy.
yeah.
I like that. That's a really good point. It came to me when you were talking, a good term, instead of saying I'm not in a rush, I welcome the opportunity when it arrives. How about that?
I like
I
that. Okay.
welcome the opportunity when it arrives. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it is. It's something that we do. It's like we don't want to be too eager, or we don't want to be too grasping for something, or we don't want, if it involves someone else, we don't want to push their timeline. But it's like there is a good way to say it, to be like, I'm excited, but willing to be patient in the process.
Right. Exactly. Yes. I like that. Like we did talk about what could, instead of grandma, could it be, we thought maybe Gigi. I'm like, I like Gigi. Gigi's fun. But I'm like, let's leave it up to the little one. Whatever comes out of their mouth, But yeah, I definitely enjoy being with family over the Christmas time. It can bring a lot of joy. Yes. So one of the things that I recently experienced that I think brings me joy outside of the Christmas season is I was attending a leadership university class on Tuesday nights. So it interrupted my time to go to the YMCA to do my line dancing class on
Mhm.
Monday nights, because I used my Monday nights to do homework and any last minute reading for my class on Tuesday. Well, I realized this past Monday, since I had graduated that class, I resumed my Monday night line dancing class, and I realized how much joy it brought me being there with my aunt. She's 78, and just to be there with her and line dancing and having fun, it not only means the world to me, but it just brings so much joy. So, do you guys have
Yeah.
any hobbies that you do that bring you joy?
Well, I enjoyed seeing you line dancing because you posted it on your Instagram page. And I was like, the next time I'm in San Diego, you got to take me line dancing. That looks so much fun.
You got it.
Yeah. I did go line dancing in Lowell, about an hour away, and it was so much fun. So those are the things we could do in the summer. We have this place the summer where you go to this restaurant and a person who knows how to dance comes there and they literally teach you how to dance on the lake, and it was just so much fun. That brought me joy. So I can feel,
Nice. Wow.
yeah.
That
I love
sounds like
that.
fun.
Yes. We don't do that in the winter because
It's
the
too
snow.
cold.
So yeah. I'll have to tap into dancing from Cynthia. What does she do? What are some
Oh,
hobbies in the winter that we can enjoy?
I'm experiential. Like, I did have an opportunity to be with a horse for some time, and then there was
Mm.
some mitigating circumstances that caused me not to do that anymore, and I miss that. But in the process of letting that go, one of the things I realized about myself is I love to experience things, new things, or something we've done over a couple of seasons, kind of creating that ritual of saying, oh, we do this every year. That's not something that we're typically done, but I think that would be a fun annual event. Like we have this European Christmas bazaar outside. We all bundle up. And Cindy's just like, you guys are
Yeah.
weird over there. But we bundle up when it's cold, and there's little huts. And they're like Tracy's log cabin, little log cabin huts, and the vendors are there, and you get different foods and like handmade mittens. Some
Yeah.
are store-bought stuff or hand hand tooled spoons and wooden stuff like that. So there's some really creative artistic stuff as well as some store-bought stuff. And then they have this little boot that you can get your mulled wine in, and you can walk around and you have your little boot of mulled wine and walk around the bazaar. And that's a fun thing in the winter. But some of the things that I want to do more of, there is something called the moth, which is where you get up and you can listen to people speak and tell a story, or you can get up there yourself and tell a story. Improv classes. I really enjoy the entertainment side of things. So for me, if I can do something creative with live entertainment, I'm pretty vibing. I don't need necessarily to have somebody there that I know because I'm really into it. But otherwise, it's experiential. And if we want to go to it, farmers markets are great. We can only do those in the summer, Cindy. We can't do year. But those are for me, those are just activities that I love to plunge into. I do, speaking of plunge, I do not do the polar plunge. I have not graduated to that. Have you heard of that, Cindy?
I've heard of that, the polar plunge. Yeah.
That is not a me thing. Have you done that, Pam?
I haven't done the polar plunge, but thank you for sharing about that European market because we have that in Grand Rapids and Chicago. And last couple of years, I've gone to both. And here we call it the Christ Kindle market because it's mainly German. And you have all the same thing, the angel, the food, and you get to go to different huts and taste it and hot chocolate, and then you get cups, and there's so much buzz. It's downtown and there's a lot of buzz, and so that is a fun thing to do for Christmas. You're right.
I've heard the Chicago one is outstanding.
Oh,
My
yeah.
girlfriend's gone to that.
It's
Yeah,
really nice.
that'd be a fun one. You kind of always have outdoor stuff in California, don't you?
Yeah, they're doing ice skating, outdoor ice skating
Okay,
rinks.
the ice.
Yeah, that's the most ice I've ever seen. Coronado, it's near the beach, and that's outdoorsy. But in Coronado, they do have like these plastic see-through, they look like tents, but they're like igloo tents, and they're clear, and you can reserve one, rent one, and have a little private dinner in there, and with a little like fire pit, you can roast marshmallows and make s'mores. I think that's only during the December Christmas season. So
We have those in Minnesota. Can you believe that?
we do. What?
We go outside in 30 below weather and it's warmed up in the hut because it's the thing.
Nice. I love that they're igloo looking, you know. I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah, they had to do that for the restaurants in the Midwest when we had COVID. So they had these igloos they had to build outside because you couldn't come inside. So, yeah.
Oh.
Did you ever go eat in one of those in the winter?
I didn't. There was one time we were going to go with the neighbors and then it didn't work out. But we still have them. We still,
Yeah.
at least last year we
They
did. I
kept
haven't
it.
looked this year
Yeah,
because it's novel, you know.
right. Yeah.
How about you, Trey? I know you have a smaller town, so I don't know that you have as many, but do you have that cute little Gilmore Girl festival vibe in your town?
I don't know because I don't really go outside much in the wintertime. But you mentioned our small town, we have this huge Christmas tree they put up in the center of the town every year. And it's really a neat tradition that they have.
I love that. And they do the whole ceremony. We had that. I went to a small town of about 3,000 and we had a big tree and we had a lighting ceremony and everything. It's fun.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Oh, very
I guess the
fun.
theme that we're learning right now is just there's so much because we do have a Christmas tree in our town too. So I need to go and look at it. Thank you.
Okay, so the burning Christmas tree question. Have you already put up your Christmas tree? It's December
7th.
7th. Yes, thank you.
I know right now, not yet. I was thinking I'm gonna hold off this year because I'm gonna go to California.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But do you do a live tree or a fake tree?
I do a fake tree, and I had a fake tree for the same tree that my parents had, and this summer I threw it out. So I
Oh.
thought I should probably get a new tree, but then now Winter's here, so I have to confess, I feel kind of lazy. I do have my students gave me a gift. It's a beautiful little tree last week because my mother-in-law passed away, and they came to class and they encouraged me. So I have that sitting right up where I could experience Christmas tree. So it's a different kind of Christmas this year for me. Not
Yeah,
having the energy to go and buy a tree.
but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Cynthia or Tracy?
I I almost went downstairs today and got stuff up, but I do have to prepare for my husband's 50th and that prioritized. So I'm like, I didn't quite make it down. But that would probably be one of the earliest days for me to do it. I typically am not very early, like meaning sometimes it's the 23rd by the time I'm putting a tree up. But I do leave it up for the 12 days after Christmas, so it gets
Yeah.
seen. But I have like 3 or 4 because I have a little trees and a couple of bigger trees, but I probably won't put the really big one up this year because it is a lot of work to put the big one up. The other
Yeah.
one's like
Yeah.
super easy. How about Trace?
Yeah. I don't put trees up because I've cats. Well, actually, now I have one cat. I used to have two. And so I just didn't put trees up because cats are notorious with Christmas trees. And
Yeah,
so,
Yeah.
see it getting toppled.
yeah. So
Oh,
I just enjoy the season without the tree.
and that's okay. That's
That's
okay.
why you're talking about that big tree that you're gonna go look
Yeah.
at.
Yeah. Since I moved into the apartment, I have normally always had a live tree at the house. And
Mm.
so this year I'm like, okay, being on the 5th floor in an apartment, went to Target on Black Friday. Okay, went to Target at 4 a.m. on Black
Wow,
Friday
committed.
with my daughter Naomi because she was hoping to get a swag bag. The first 100 customers would get a swag bag, right?
Okay.
And in some of the bags, there were extra gifts, like a shark vacuum or whatever. So we wait in line. We look like we're probably in the 90-ish range as far as where we are in line. So they start handing out the tickets before going through the doors. And the last ticket is given to the person right in front of us.
Ah!
I know. We're like, wah, wah, wah.
Well, I want to encourage you because I heard that those swag bags didn't have good stuff and people were complaining.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. You know what was worth it was being there with my daughter
That's
and
right. And
just
you got your tree.
doing something new. We've never done that before, waited in
Yeah.
line at 4 a.m. on a Black Friday. But I did get a great deal on an artificial tree.
There
So
you go.
yeah, I'm gonna try to put it up tonight. But
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was still
Yeah.
worth it. It was still
Yeah.
worth it.
Love
Yeah.
that. One of my favorite shifts when I waitressed was the overnight shift for Black Friday. I loved it. Come in on Thanksgiving evening, so it was Thanksgiving evening, so we'd have Thanksgiving and then come in at night and we'd work and it was super busy because all the people would come in. This was before Black Friday wasn't Black Friday anymore because it was all like start at midnight. And so people come in to Perkins and they get all filled up. And then people would come back and tell their shopping stories. So it was like super busy from midnight to 6 a.m. Like it was the funnest shift ever. I loved
Wow.
it. And then my son would go out with his church and they would go around with hot chocolate and give hot chocolate to people that were in line. So all these people were in line, and then some people come back and was like, these kids came by, they had hot chocolate, and I'm like, my kid was doing that. And so it was delightful. It was one of the best times of my life working that shift. I always volunteered for it. I'm like, sign me up. If I'm in
Really?
town, sign me up. If I was out of town, it didn't work, but yeah, loved it.
Wow. Yeah, no, I don't think any stores remain open overnight anymore, but they just open early. Target opened at 6, so we waited in line for 2 hours, but anyway, definitely had a nap later that day.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, this brings me great joy. I am filled up. My cup is filled up. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for
Yes, this has
sharing
been
this.
great. Thank you, ladies. Any final joyful words? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and just enjoy and savor and just go and look at the tree in your city, I think, because that's my takeaway.
Yeah, enjoy your time with your family. Every moment is precious.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go have
Right.
a hot drink, grab a hot mug. I saw Pam has her hot mug. Grab a hot mug and walk outside and savor the nature. I love that. Yeah.
And sing Christmas carols. I love Joy to the World.
Oh,
That's one of
yeah.
my favorites. Yeah.
If I could sing, I would say we should sing that as goodbye, but I cannot. But I can do this part.
Joy to
There's-
the world,
Yeah,
the Lord has come. I can't sing.
You're doing way better than I would. Sing it out. Sing it out.
Don't
belt
worry,
it out.
Trey will figure that out at the end.
Can you
Rock and
AI
roll.
voice me? I'll do the mouth part, and you can do the AI voice of someone who can actually sing over the top of me.
There you go.
Lip sync. You guys are so much fun.
Yes, well, enjoy, and we will be back for the new year. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. It's so good to be with all of you.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Happy holidays.
God
Love
bless
you.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Joy Talk Show. We hope it inspired you to nurture joy-filled, meaningful connections in your life. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little more joy today. We'd love to hear how this conversation touched you. Reach out anytime at joytalkshowpodcast@gmail.com or visit joytalkshow.com. May your days be rich with meaningful connection. Until next time, keep filling your cup until we can fill it together.